In a small town by the sea, there was a house full of people. Everyone had gathered because they heard something amazing. Jesus was inside, teaching about God's love. People filled every corner of the house, and even outside the door, more and more people gathered, eager to listen to Jesus. Outside of town, there was a man who couldn't walk. His legs had never worked, and he spent every day lying on a mat, unable to move on his own. But this man had 4 very good friends. They loved him so much and wanted to help him. They had heard all the stories about Jesus. They knew Jesus could heal the sick, make the blind see, and even help people walk again. So, the 4 friends came up with a plan. "Let's take our friend to Jesus," they said. "If anyone can help him, Jesus can." Each friend grabbed a corner of the mat and carefully lifted it. Step by step, they carried their friend through the streets, making their way toward the house where Jesus was teaching. They walked over hills and through busy markets, all the while thinking about how Jesus would make their friend better. But when they arrived at the house, something unexpected happened. The house was so crowded with people that they couldn't even get close to the door. There were people standing shoulder to shoulder, everyone wanting to hear what Jesus was saying. The friends looked at each other in worry. "What should we do? We came all this way. We can't just leave," they thought. But these friends were determined. They loved their friend too much to give up now. Suddenly, one of them had an idea. "What if we go up to the roof?" he said. "Maybe we can find a way to get to Jesus from there." Without hesitation, the others agreed. Together, they climbed up to the roof of the house, carefully carrying their friend with them. The roofs in those days were flat and made of clay and branches. The friends knelt down and began digging into the roof, making a small hole. As they worked, people inside the house looked up, wondering what was happening. Dust and pieces of clay began to fall, and soon, the hole got bigger and bigger. The 4 friends peered down through the hole and saw Jesus inside. They smiled at each other because they knew their plan was working. With great care, the friends lowered their paralyzed friend through the hole in the roof. Down, down he went, right into the middle of the room where Jesus was. The whole crowd fell silent, watching in awe as the man on the mat was gently placed before Jesus. Jesus looked at the man and smiled. He could see how much the friends loved him, and he could see their faith. The room stayed very quiet as everyone waited to see what Jesus would do next. Then, something wonderful happened. Jesus spoke kindly to the man, and in that moment, the man felt something he had never felt before. His legs, which had never worked, suddenly became strong. His feet, which had never carried him, were ready to walk. With joy in his heart, the man stood up, right in front of everyone. He bent down, picked up his mat, and stood tall. The crowd gasped in amazement. No one could believe their eyes. The man who had been lowered through the roof on a mat was now walking. He wasn't sick anymore, and he didn't need anyone to carry him. Jesus had healed him completely. The people began to cheer, praising God for the miracle they had just seen. "We have never seen anything like this," they said. The man and his friends left the house, overjoyed. As they walked away, the friends laughed together, knowing their hard work had been worth it. They had brought their friend to Jesus, and Jesus had made him well. The man who had been healed walked home on his own 2 feet, feeling thankful and amazed. And from that day forward, he knew that Jesus had not only healed his body, but also his heart. His life was changed forever because of the love of his friends and the power of Jesus. Wasn't that a wonderful true story? Be sure to like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.